So this man say the SN95 Mustang was killing the F-body Camaro. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I find it funny how the Mustang guys brag about the SN95 Mustang when it couldn't even beat the LT1 Camaro. The LT1 Camaro was absolutely dog walking the SN95 Mustang. The SN95 Mustang couldn't hang with any F-body car. Not the Camaro, not the Trans Am. The LT1 was too much for Ford. The LT1 was embarrassing the SN95 Mustang. Now the LS1 was pure overkill. Once the F-body cars got the LS1, it was game over. There was absolutely nothing Ford could do. Ford couldn't do anything with the LS1. So you know what they started doing, right? They started putting the Roush Stage 3 Mustang up against the Z28 and SS. So they was really putting Roush Stage 3 and Cobras up against bone stock Z28s and SS. That should tell you everything you need to know right there. But since you brought it up, let's talk about it. Head to head. No shape, form, or fashion. Absolutely dog walk the SN95 Mustang in every category. They could not hang or compete. Camaro SS versus the SN95 Cobra. You better go do your homework and go research these numbers. Guess what happens next? Since the SN95 Mustang couldn't compete, they had to put the F-bodies up against the new Edge Mustangs. So Ford comes out with the NA Cobra on the new Edge Mustang as an attempt to compete and go against the F-body Camaro. And guess what? Every road course, every test, the Camaro SS completely walked away from the Cobra. The NA Cobra got beat so bad, Ford had to spin the block again. That's when they came with the Terminator Cobra. But by then, the Camaro was already discontinued. So Ford had to use a Stage 3 Roush Mustang, a S95 Cobra, and a new Edge Cobra. All that just to go up against a F-body Camaro. Don't ever mention the S95 Mustang ever again because they couldn't beat the LT1 or the LS1. The commercial industry is a gold mine for GM. They give us plenty of commercial and work vehicles. They give us ambulances. They give us emergency vehicles. You know, they have government contracts with the FBI, the CIA, all the three-letter agencies, police vehicles, you know, things like that. Box trucks, all that. So these are some pretty good, dependable, reliable vehicles. Those 5.3 engines and some 6.0 engines will pretty much last a lifetime if you take care of them. The Silverado has been America's work truck for decades, like one of the GOATs for GM work vehicles. Can't deny that. And if the 4.8 and the 5.3 wasn't enough, you could also get the 2500, 3500 HD, the Duramax diesel. The Silverado was an absolute workhorse. Like, this truck can take a beating. It can pull, it can push, it can tow, it can do it all. You can beat this truck to hell. You can run it in the ground. You can torture it. You can flip it over, crash it, do whatever you want to do to it. It will fire right up. What if I told you there is one commercial GM vehicle that will make the Silverado look like a toy? This particular vehicle here, the GM work van, the GM work van, hands down, is the hardest working vehicle on the General Motors roster. These vans, you see so many of these work vans across America at every construction site, every job site, every subdivision that's getting built. You're going to see at least 10 and 15 of these work vans. Like, these things are indestructible. These things are hard to kill. If you manage to kill a GM work vehicle, you are the problem. The GM work van had more engine options than the Corvettes. Let that sink in. Because remind you, the C6 Corvette had the LS2, the LS3, the LS7, the LS9. That's nothing. That's child's play. That's a drop in the ocean. Look at the engine options on the GM work van. Just look at this. There isn't any other GM vehicle that had more engines than the work van. Transmission options as well. 4-speed, 6-speed, and 8-speed. I just got one request. I want to see somebody build a work van. That's all I want to see. We see the single cabs. We see the quad cabs, the extended cabs. You know, the 4853s and 60 trucks. I want to see somebody build a work van. And I want to see it handing out gap sauce and then going to work the very next day.